my Cancun 2024 montage. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Wait, can we watch it? I was gonna watch it.
Nah, it's a little long.
What?
It's a little long. Well, I can show I can do a share screen after, but let's get Anna situated here.
Anna, what the hell? I'm situated. I'm ready. I think we gotta worry about Asa.
I'm fine. You're the drunk one.
Yeah,
It's
you're the
recording
drunk one.
already.
I'm recording.
Yeah, we'll just edit out this.
No, it's
Hey,
fine.
hey, editor, edit this part out. What do you mean you can't
Why
take
are
it
your
out?
lips? Why are your lips purple?
I applied lipstick before hopping on the Zoom. Hold on.
What? Okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. We're locking in for Olivia.
Oh, let me turn on Do Not Disturb. What? What?
I just thought like I just saw Ace's like yellow lips and I started thinking like whose dick was in his
He says what?
like whose dick was in Ace's mouth and made his lips all yellow.
All right. As I mentioned, as I mentioned, we are recording. So, but like
Oh,
but this is the energy I do want.
Movie theaters have brought us together. Yo,
Yeah.
clip that.
So, um, I actually the first question's for Asa. So
Oh,
okay, hold up.
whenever
it's just fucked.
I'm turning on speaker view, so I can't see you guys. I just see Karen.
a few weeks ago we went to go see Project Hail Mary in 70 millimeter IMAX at AMC Lincoln Square, which is the largest IMAX screen in North America. But honestly, we really owe that to Asa. We wouldn't have done that without Asa. It was just something like we discussed at
I'm so sorry. I can't. Why are you laughing? Really bent
Bending over. No one's bending over.
over.
David,
Okay.
that's so funny.
Oh
I'm so sorry, Olivia. I'm
my
so sorry.
A disgusting group of friends.
Yeah, I do have a disgusting group of friends. Okay.
I love him dirty.
I'm muting. I'm
It's
muting.
recording. You're not on mute. No, I'm not.
All went to go watch Project Hail Mary. Why did you really want to take that road trip and go see it in that particular format versus staying in Syracuse and watching it on IMAX at Destiny?
My first IMAX 70 millimeter movie was Oppenheimer, and
Mhm.
it's kind of like you see it once and you never can like go back in a way. I was a big fan of the book. I When the trailer showed kind of big, grandiose space scenes, um, being able to see it in the kind of the largest and the way that a filmmaker kind of intended. Um, I got the pleasure of seeing Interstellar on in 70 millimeter IMAX as well, and so just being able to see space and you feel like you're immersed in the movie in a way that you aren't in kind of a digital space.
For David in particular too, like I know we talked about you saw like Avatar in this theater, which I thought was super funny because
So
like
cool.
I know you're from New York City, but we also touched on like
Upper East
you
Side.
don't if I'm like not mistaken, you don't go to AMC Lincoln Square too often.
Yeah, I saw Avatar 2 in like a yo, chill out, bro. I'm actually about to touch you. Hold on, let me get it out. Okay, I'm going speaker mute.
This is documented.
I saw Avatar 2 in like a very big theater, and I remember thinking like, wow, this is so cool. I remember when we were in LA, I saw Sinners in IMAX 70 millimeter, and when I walked into the theater and they were playing the trailers, especially they were playing the Avatar trailer, I remember going like this in my seat, and it was like insane. Like I remember just watching the trailers and being so immersed in just the trailers because like I'd look to my left, top left, and there'd be like one of the blue people up there, and like my peripheral vision could see everything. And also, like, I remember watching Sinners and when it like expanded
Mm.
to the aspect ratio and it covered the entire screen, I was like, whoa.
Wait, speaking of Sinners, I think everyone actually on this call right now saw it in 70 millimeter IMAX. We went for the re-release of it in October. Like, what made you want to see that mo Sinners? I mean, it was already in October. The film had already come out. Like, there's a lot of buzz about it. It was on streaming.
I've seen Sinners in a normal screen. I saw it in my living room, and because it was such an incredible movie, I wanted to see it in the best available format.
Completely. Honestly, wait, Asa, I remember you telling me, I could be wrong, but I remember you telling me that you watched it on streaming for the first time.
Because I was in Syracuse when it came out last spring, and then by the time I got home, at this point, I wasn't friends with you all, so I didn't go to the. No, none of my friends at the time wanted to see it, so I didn't go to the theater. So I watched it on my phone when it came out on Max. Or no, I watched it on my
You watch this
TV.
on your phone?
You
Okay.
watch it on your
No, no.
phone?
I was about to beat
So I
you.
watched it on my TV. I knew the hype about it, but I didn't really understand it. Um, and then I watched it on my TV and was like, "Wow, that's amazing! I wish I could have seen it in the theater." And then the opportunity they announced it, and it was like 1 week only. Um, and so basically, just book tickets for everyone.
I took my entourage too, which Natalie, I bought my tickets in Comlaw. Um,
Yes, I remember that.
I don't know, do you want to talk more about just like your experience in LA? Like
I definitely wish I had gotten on the A-list train faster. I was delayed a little bit, but I definitely think it was a great deal, especially for us because we went to see so many movies when we were in LA.
even in LA, we ended up going to the Egyptian. We went to go see the latest Knives Out. What did you think of watching that film that was honestly made for streaming, not really made for the theater?
I mean, if I watched it on my phone, I'd be kind of like pissed that I didn't see it in the theater. I feel like it's a very visually striking movie. I wish it was more of a wider release, especially with how popular it was.
Yeah, it is a streaming movie, but it's also this big, incredible movie. And to watch, be able to watch it in the theater and give that movie the proper treatment that it deserves, I think was really, really amazing.
Asa, how much did we spend on Project Hail Mary?
It was like 180 for
All of
many
it?
of us were, yeah. So it was like
Yeah.
almost 28, $30 a ticket.
Yeah, and that's a really expensive ticket, but kind of why did we do that? Like, does someone else wanna
Well, peer pressure is hard to overcome.
Drew?
Um,
Especially
when
when it's
you have,
Asa,
when
when
you have someone like Asa saying like, we should go see this movie at Lincoln Square, and he was kind of like pitching it to me like a show, like, hey, we're gonna do this weekend. We're gonna have like a whole weekend in the city, and we're gonna and also see Project Hail Mary in the biggest screen in what, North America or East Coast? I think it was like
North America.
North America. Um, and I was kind of like sold, and I'm all for, Ryan Gosling. He's been a part of many distinct and, big projects over the last couple years, and Barbie, La La Land, shout out David. Um, uh,
Shout out
Drive-
David.
what?
great
What?
movie.
Shout out
Why
Olivia
shout out David?
Stockmeyer.
Well, La La Land.
Yeah,
I know, David. I know you love La La Land.
yeah, shout out Olivia Stockmeyer.
Shout out
Yeah,
Stockman.
shout out
My
Olivia. She's got the poster.
my
Um,
poster right there.
La La
um,
Land.
And also, I wanted to say that, like, Ryan Gosling, I don't know what it is. He's like who I see him as like a better version of like Ryan Reynolds. He's like who Ryan Reynolds wants to be. He's like the Glenn Powell for dudes. Um,
The Glenn, wait, can you elaborate on that? The Glenn Powell for dudes.
like, like
What is Glenn Powell to girls?
that
I think it
just
goes both ways, to be
goes both
honest.
Okay.
ways.
It goes both.
Um,
Rockin' body.
yeah, I was gonna say that another reason why I was excited for Project Hail Mary is because of the trailer. It did some sort of like rendition of Champagne Supernova by Oasis with like an isolated track of the singer's voice, and it just felt euphoric.
So, can you guys like recall a specific moment where the sound or the image just like physically affected you? Like the astrophage and the red. like moment for me in the theater.
No, this is what you said, the astrophage scene. The moment when he like takes like he says, I'm having a moment. That's like we were all having a moment, which is kind of beautiful. Like we were with him. He was on screen, we were in the theater, but we were all having a moment. I think it was the music, it was the visuals, and then also the fact that I was experiencing all of this with everybody else. It's the same thing with every other movie I've seen in IMAX, like Oppenheimer. It's just like a full experience because you can hear it, you can feel it, and then there's this energy in the theater with you. So that moment specifically for me, I think for a lot of people too, was definitely it.
Yeah, for sure. I like how you said like we're all experiencing it together.
I
Um,
definitely agree with Anna. Another moment was when the astronauts were gonna take off, and Ryan Gosling and Sandra Hüller's character were like standing outside, and then all of a sudden, like the spaceship explodes, and I remember being like totally shocked, but like not because of story and all that, but because of also like the sound system, like really kind of just tensed me up, and I was like that in my seat, just like I felt like I was being exploded in the spaceship. Genuinely, I actually my heart skipped a beat because I got scared, and it was all just because of like how the screen and the sounds like just come together. I was pretty center, so I probably sat in the director's seat.
Wait, I wanted to add something too. Thank you, David.
You're welcome. Yo, do you like Ryan Gosling?
Dude, I love him, man. Have you
Oh,
seen?
really?
There was a moment, I think at the end, it's like around the end of the movie where like they both like they've like figured it out. They got the astrophage. They got what they needed, and then Grace is like to Rocky, it'd be cool to see your ship, being in an alien ship. Like, who wouldn't want to have that experience and like, have a chance to do that?
okay,
I
I'm
definitely want to be inside an alien.
I think Asa wants to, um, uh, I
look
think
at Issa right now. He's beet red.
I wore my sweatshirt to match. You don't understand how hard this. I'm trying hard, guys.
It's okay. I'm just gonna cut all this
Oh,
out.
This is just David
No, like
being
Asa
weird.
was texting me before that he wanted to say something about the film.
I was.
you guys know that AA still had A-list? I think you mentioned
Yeah.
it like
So like I
five
did have a list
times.
actually. Did I? I thought I said one.
No, you said it a couple of times at least. I remember I
Uh,
texted freaking Kieran, actually. I think I texted Kieran about it.
you texted the entire Zoom. Did I want to say something about the movie, Karen?
I want to share the floor with you and David and anyone else that's here as well.
No,
We'll
please.
definitely be
Just
sharing the floor.
yeah.
Oh,
Cut that, cut that.
oh my God. This is the
That
last
will be
project.
cut.
Oh, wait, I literally said do all your normal things except don't say anything in a
Oh,
This is
We're
just David.
not. What do you mean?
not by my
I'm
standards.
trying to be so professional
Okay,
and
so
not talk.
David just
No,
needs to stop talking and then we'll be fine.
I don't want you guys to be like too professional. That's what I'm trying to, but I don't want you to say anything very inappropriate. But I
Maybe
want
because Anna's drunk, she should be professional. It'd probably be her normal self.
Yeah, I'm being all
oh
right.
my
Anna's just sitting in the corner like
I'm chilling.
God.
We're
Okay.
Okay,
the ones
guys.
causing the chaos right now,
All
David.
right. Does anyone want to add to this question, or else I'm gonna move on to the next question? But how did the film's portrayal of emptiness or vastness feel when projected at that size? Was it comforting or was it overwhelming?
I remember at the end there was the scene of the planet, kind of with it was Rocky's planet, I think, with the rings around it. And just seeing that scale, I think 70 millimeter really puts it into scale in a way of just showing how big um David all the planets are.
I literally didn't do anything. I literally, on my mom, I did not do anything.
I also really loved I think the scene when Grace does his first like spacewalk, there some of the sound cuts out, and I think that showed like a really great detail of the fact that like sound doesn't carry in space. So I definitely think that helped immerse me in the experience.
There was a recent article actually that was published saying that Gen Z is bringing back the theater.
I think Gen Z has a fixation on physical media. So I think part of that experience is being able to go to the theater to watch a movie to see if you want to buy the DVD and have it sort of, I want to say, like as a trophy of as proof that you watched it, the same way that somebody who reads an audio or watches an audiobook or reads a book online would maybe buy a physical copy to put on their bookshelf. So I think that's something that our generation wants to bring back, and we're in the process of doing that.
I think also like we grew up with phones and like social media and being ultra connected for people who are completely across the globe that we otherwise would not have like experienced, and kind of being awoken to like how small we are as individuals. I think that's a reason why we are so drawn to cinema, because you can go to the cinema and like be part of something that's outside of yourself, but you're part of it still. So I think that's another reason why everybody is flocking to this. I can't log in right now.
Also, going to the movies, you don't go by yourself. Like Gen Z people don't go by themselves. You go with people. It's like a planned hangout. It's like a built-in kind of shared experience, and then you talk about it afterwards. Like Asa isn't gonna be that guy and go to the movies by himself. Well,
So the reason why I laughed is because Asa literally always goes to the movies by himself, and he literally brags about it when he comes back. Like, I just saw this on A-list, by the way. It was free.
I did not.
He said it like that too.
I did.
Uh,
you
Okay.
work at a movie theater. Come on, what do you mean?
and there's
I know.
also
Did you
like
actually know I worked in a movie theater?
he
Performative
worked in a
art.
movie theater. There's also like the Minecraft movie came out like last year, and that I think that was the first like Gen Z, maybe Gen Alpha, but I think more Gen Z targeted movie where it was full of like just absolute nonsense and it created a culture.
We do
Yeah.
that almost every Tuesday. Like
Two
we
dollar.
yeah, $6. Or we go
Oh,
to
$6.
we switched over to Regal too because it's also discounted. So I'm gonna have each of you just go around and if you had to describe like IMAX 70 millimeter in one word, what would it be?
Grandiose.
Okay.
Go away.
Transcendent.
All right.
Transcendent.
Anyone
That's
else? Anyone else got
So
a word?
dramatic.
What did you say? Dramatic?
No, 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 no. The way they're saying the words is so
Oh,
dramatic.
how would you describe it, David?
I would describe it as immersive.
Look at my word.
That's
Now I have to think
And
of
you
a,
can have it
now I have
too.
to think of a new word.
okay.
You only have one
Oh.
word. You only can think of one word at a time.
Okay, while you're thinking, I
Extravaganza.
would say incredible.
Aw, incredible.
That's one of my second words.
No, it
Hold
wasn't.
on.
No, it wasn't.
Think of a word that doesn't start with an I.
This is 100% staying in.
Oh.
I wanted
This
to
doesn't
start
start
with
with
that,
I.
I swear.
A
Um.
lot of it might not actually be, so.
A-list.
Re. I'm gonna go with. Oh wait, this is one word but hyphenated.
Two words.
Okay.
No, no, it's a
Two
sentence.
words. Two words.
Um, Meaningful.
Hmm,
That doesn't start with an I, does it? No.
that's
Good
true.
job.
Good job.
That's true.
Thanks. That took me a minute.
It
Yeah.
doesn't start with a D either.